What's up, everybody? This is Talkin All That Kazz, and I am DJ Kazzeo. I want to thank you for checking out this particular episode of Talkin All That Kazz. On this particular episode, I got another great interview that I conducted here on my radio show at 90.9 FM, KHTC in Salinas, California. But before we get going with that, I want you to go to this address, djkazzeo.com, and connect with me on social media. Whether it's on my Facebook, on my Instagram, on my Twitter, or even if you go and subscribe to my Mixcloud channel, you can hear all my radio shows that I do in their entirety, music, commentary, and interviews. But this right here, Talkin All That Kazz, this is for just the interviews, okay? I want to thank everybody who checked out the first round of interviews that I put up. Now we're on to the second round. This particular round, I'm going to focus on 2019, but I'm going to sprinkle it in with some more current stuff too. So you never know what you're going to get. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy another edition of Talkin All That Kazz with me, DJ Kazzeo. That is indeed exactly what it is. 90.9 FM KHTC Radio Bilingüe right here in Monterey and Santa Cruz counties. 104.1 FM if you're out in San Benito County, and you know the drill. Streaming live worldwide at djkazzeo.com. Told you earlier in the show I was going to be joined by a very special guest. I've been playing his records for the last few weeks here on the show, and I've been butchering his name, saying it incorrectly. It's not Chadio, it's Chadio. So
yeah,
welcome to the show, Chadio. How you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
No doubt, man. No doubt. So you're on the west side of Canada, so that would be where exactly?
I'm in Vancouver, like right on the coast.
Okay. So you're just Vancouver's like just over the border, right?
I don't know. Where are you?
Well, I'm down in California.
Okay, word. Yeah, I mean, like right over the border would be like Seattle, technically, but like, yeah, we're in the same time zone.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if I was to like go up to Seattle and drive over, like Vancouver's right past the border, right?
Yeah, 100%. It's like literally right there, like an hour away.
Yeah. Because I've been up to Seattle a couple times, and I had a friend of mine last time I was up there was like, hey, we should just like drive over the border and like hang out in Vancouver. I'm like, well, let's do it, and then it never happened.
Why not?
It never happened.
Yeah,
I was like, damn it.
It's like one of the most livable cities in the world, apparently. People like from all over come to live here. So I don't know, man. I take it for granted, I guess, because I was born here. But it's a nice place to live. Everybody
thinks of the Pacific Northwest as being real rainy. Is it like that in Vancouver as well?
Yeah, for sure. Most of the year it's rainy. We just actually have been dealing with like some pretty hectic like rainstorms. Like mass flooding and stuff like that, like lots of places like an hour outside of Vancouver, closer to like the interior of British Columbia, are like completely like washed out. It's crazy.
Ooh, not good, man, not good. See right there, I could hear his little his Canadian accent right there because he said out. I noticed that. Hey man,
it's not the first time someone said that.
So give me the origin story of Chadio. How did it all come together?
Just me as a rapper?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I started rapping in high school, so like maybe like over 20 years now. Just like, always like grew up listening to rap music, through my cousin. He used to like put us onto that stuff when we were a lot younger. Listening to like Two Live Crew and NWA and stuff, and then sort of developing our own taste after that. Once we had like, allowance money to go buy CDs and stuff like that from Virgin Records or HMV or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, so like ever since high school, been rapping. I used to like rap on the radio and stuff like back in the day. There was like lots of like shows you could call in and freestyle and stuff like that.
Right.
And I did that for a while, and then like started up a label back in 2005 called Imagination Tree Trunk with a bunch of friends that I'm still friends with to this day, and we put out a bunch of music under that guise or label, and still kind of doing our thing in some capacity.
So, I mean, you mentioned when I was talking to you off the air, you had a project called Chadio Head, which was kind of a takeoff on Radiohead. Give me some insight on that. I mean, I'm sure it's still available online for people to pick up, right?
Yeah, for sure. It was like, I just had a friend one day that he knows I'm a big fan of Radiohead, and was like, that'd be cool if you like mashed up your lyrics with like Radiohead beats that you sample or whatever, right? So I took the No Wives Club project that I did earlier this year with the Dirty Sample out of Calgary on Han Solo Records, and took the acapellas from that, put them over some Radiohead beats, and yeah, it's like a Pay What You Want project you can check out on Bandcamp right now.
Nice. So I have to ask, because it seems like every week, if not every like 3 days, I'm getting new music from Han Solo Records. He's like, I mean, Thomas is kind of like the Russell Simmons of the Canadian hip hop scene right now. So how did you connect with Han Solo Records?
I've been like a fan of Han Solo Records and just like the stuff that they've been doing for years. You know, they put out like some pretty classic material over the years, and the Dirty Sample, who I was working on the project with at the time, already kind of had like a working relationship with Thomas, and when the album was done, he was like, well, why don't we put it on Han Solo? And that's just kind of how it all started.
Right. And as far as connecting with the Dirty Sample, how did that happen?
We've been friends for a long time, you know. It's like he's from Calgary, which is like kind of the next province over from British Columbia, and we're in kind of like similar rap circles and stuff, similar friends. So we always kind of wanted to work on some music, but never really had the opportunity to. So just this last year, we were really able to get some stuff out.
Yeah. So if somebody was to ask you, what are 3 characteristics or main ingredients that go into a Chadio record, what would you say?
Oh, man. Probably some weed, for sure. I like my blunts, that's for sure. And yeah, I don't know. That's kind of a tricky question. I mean, I'm not really thinking about it too much when I'm diving into it. You know what I mean? I take lots of influence from dudes who can style when they rap. You know what I mean? Right. So I'm kind of like maybe trying to like use that element in it a bit. Right. And yeah, I don't know, man. It's like I like to have fun with it. So it's like, you know, I like to rap on all different kinds of beats. Well,
let me put it a different way. If there were like 3 Easter eggs in a standard Chadio record, what would they be for people to recognize, oh, that's a Chadio record?
Probably like just, you know, me rapping weird, you know, about like some other stuff. You know, I don't really have like too much like topical stuff I touch on. I mean, a lot of my stuff is like really like personal, and it's like with every album that I put out, it's kind of like I'm talking about like what's going on in my life at that point. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's like a journal or a diary, if you will.
Well, one record that you had that I've been playing earlier, you know, a couple months now, was Address featuring Azrael Raps Good.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was kind of like a topical thing about, I guess, kind of during the struggle of like getting put on, being homeless and moving around. You know, what was, am I on point with my assessment of that record, or am I missing the point?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, you know, that particular record, it was like a topical thing, just talking about like all the different places like I've moved around to in my life. The whole album theme beyond that was like about like breakups for the most part, so it was just kind of like something to offset it a little bit. We did a music video for that song not too long ago as well. It's on YouTube.
Right. So, you know, if people want to, you know, check this out, or, you know, check out any of the other projects, I mean, give all your social media contacts so people can, you know, catch up.
Well, you used to be able to just Google Chadio, Chadio, and like you would just find everything that way. But in the last like couple years, there's this like other dude named Chadio who's like been like this huge TikToker. Like, I don't mess with TikTok. I'm a little bit like I'm a little bit old for that.
Right. Right.
But this kid's been blowing up off the name Chadio, so now like when you Google it, it's kind of hard to find anything related to me. You still get a couple different things here and there, but you can mostly find my stuff on Bandcamp. The imaginationstreetrunk.bandcamp.com is kind of like where we have all of the releases that we've done under that label. Every release I've ever done is up there. Yeah, that's kind of like the best place to find everything is Bandcamp. Well, big Bandcamp supporter.
I would have to ask, do you have the name copyrighted?
Chadio or Imagination Street Trunk?
Chadio.
No, man, and that's the other thing too, is like there's another Chadio from New York who is like part of like a pretty big rap group called Crew, CRU.
Okay.
And you know, like during the time that like they came out, it was like you know, their album came out and stuff, and like honestly, like we didn't really think they were gonna have like a second album. We kind of like thought it was gonna be like a one-hit wonder kind of thing.
Right.
And
right.
a homie of mine just was like, "Yo, your name is Chad. You got to use this name." You know what I mean? Like, you know, you see people with like the same names all over the place, and it's, you know, it's not like the weirdest thing for two people to have the same name or whatever. But yeah, no, I ain't got that copyrighted.
It's interesting because, yeah, that group Crew, I remember I used to play their record way back in probably like 98, 99 when that record was out on Def Jam. I never realized that one of those cats' names was Chadio, so that's interesting to me.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. It's funny, too, because like I reached out to him once just being like, yo, man, we should like maybe do a song or something like that, but nothing. Just like, I don't think he was into it. I'm pretty sure he changed his name like not too long ago to the One Chadio, just to kind of like differentiate. I mean, I didn't mean to steal his name and like, you know, but then the internet blew up and like now you can Google stuff and yeah, I don't know, man. I feel bad about it.
What are you gonna do, man? It's called it's called happenstance, you know.
Pretty much.
Things like that just happen, man.
It wasn't personal, that's for sure.
Nah, no doubt, man, no doubt. So, like I was saying, man, we're gonna. You know, first and foremost, again, I thank you so much for taking the time to call in tonight. I know you just got off work and you probably like just want to go home and, you know, jump on the couch and just like relax. So,
oh, bro, I work from home. It's all good.
Oh, look at you. You got the best of both worlds right there, man.
All right.
So this record I'm about to play, I guess it's from the No Wives Club. Would that be where this is from?
Yeah, you got it.
The record that you did with Touch and Old Gorilla Bones is called MSG. Tell me a little bit about this before I let you go.
MSG stands for Male Support Group, and it's just basically me and my boys getting busy. This is probably the most like lyrical track on the album. Like everyone gets super busy on it. Dirty Sample kills the beat. Dirty Sample is Old Gorilla Bones, by the way. I don't know if he's supposed to tell anybody that, but yeah.
So he's got a dual identity.
Yeah, you got it.
Nice, man. Nice, man. Well, you know, hey, when the next project is ready, I definitely would love to have you back on to talk some more about it, talk some more about music and whatever else we might have on our minds. But you know, until that time, man. Once again, thank you so much for calling in tonight, and we're gonna jump into this one right here. This is Chadio featuring Touch and Old Gorilla Bones. This one's called MSG, and I'll talk to you soon, bro.
Peace, man. Thanks so much for having me.
All right, man. Peace.
Later.